Yeah, I want to show you a couple of maps here between our Tuesday and Wednesday with nothing on them. After what we went through this past week, whether it was the flooding potential or the severe weather, Tuesday and Wednesday, very low chance of more water coming through the areas that were inundated with the flooding this past weekend, last couple of days. Now, flooding potential does start to show up a little bit, 5 to 15 back up here to the northeast by Friday. What that tells us is a long-term pattern is for what's called ridging across the United States. That's going to quiet the forecast for those locations as well. A similar situation with the severe storm risk on Tuesday. The map is empty. And again, I want to show you an empty map because last week we had colors all across the United States, whether it was severe weather or that flooding potential. So what's going on? And we talked about this last week. For your Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you got a trough that is moving off to the north and to the northeast. More zonal flow trying to work in, but more importantly, this ridge of high pressure is what's going to take us back into warmer conditions on average across the United States, as well as not so much in the way of significant rainfall. A pocket of colder air, a shallow trough, is going to work in coming up Friday and into Saturday. This pattern is different than the one we went through this past week in that it was flipped. And that's why we're squeezing a lot of that water out of the atmosphere with the jet stream last week. By Friday, this trough is going to start to work off to the north and to the northeast with the ridge building through. And then from that point, the strength of this ridge, see how far to the south, but also east to west it's located, you get weak clipper systems that really won't be taking down a lot of cold air starting Sunday and into next week. Bar none, Wyoming, partly cloudy, strong winds, 66 degrees with that high temperature. Star, Kansas, sunny skies, high around 68, low of 53. Scotch Cap, South Dakota, partly cloudy, high of 65.